If shoulders aren't trained correctly, in the future your physique will turn out looking more like this rather than this. Most of us know by now the importance of placing emphasis on our shoulders. We understand how broad, dominant shoulders can make our whole physique look 10 times more attractive. However, some people still don't act in a way that will achieve them a nice set of shoulders. So in this video, I'll be explaining in the simplest way possible how to grow your shoulders for aesthetics. So first we must cover how to actually train shoulders and what exercises to do for maximum growth. You see, shoulders are split into three key areas: front delts, side delts, and rear delts. So we must choose exercises wisely that target each of these areas. So let's name some quality exercises for each. For side delts, I'd recommend any lateral raise variation. You could do dumbbell lateral raises, cable lateral raises, Egyptian lateral raises. It doesn't really matter which you pick. You could choose more than one variation, or you could just pick one. For rear delts, I'd recommend something like face pulls or reverse cable flies, or you could even do rear delt raises if you want to use free weights. Again, it doesn't really matter which exercise you choose. And for front delts, I'd highly recommend doing something like overhead press or shoulder press. Any kind of pressing movement done correctly is enough. However, you could do exercises like dumbbell front raises. I'd recommend picking one or two of these exercises and alternating between them if you want. All of these exercises are pretty easy to apply progressive overload on, so try to do just that. Training each key area 2 to 3 times a week is probably the sweet spot, although I've found that shoulders recover quickly, so train them more if you want. Do 6 to 12 reps for each exercise, so adjust the weight to match the rep range. Next we must cover when to train your shoulders, depending on your split. For splits like the bro split, you'll be significantly undertraining in terms of your shoulders, because you'll only be hitting them once a week. If this is the case, I'd recommend either switching splits or making modifications to your current one. A change that could be made to your current split is training your shoulders again in a week, for example after an arm day or after a chest day. This probably isn't the greatest idea as you'll be fatigued, but it's the best I can think of without changing your whole program. However, if you consider switching your split, I'd recommend push-pull legs or upper-lower. You could even do Arnold split for more advanced lifters. And that's pretty much it, and you should be able to build a nice pair of aesthetic shoulders.